The historic first ATV Supercross gates dropped at Daytona International Speedway to kick off the 2015 AMA Pro ATV Motocross Championship. It was veteran John Natale taking that win, but things would soon turn rough and tumble for he and others as the series unfolded. Taking advantage of it all was defending and three-time champ Chad Wienen, who opened up an early points lead. Then came the challenge from Joel Hetrick, who hit his stride mid-season, besting Wienen in Tennessee and doing it again to take the points lead in Pennsylvania. On to Indiana, where the skies opened up, which opened the doors for Texan Thomas Brown to take a victory. However, Wienen was consistent throughout it all, landing a podium in every round, and soon the points lead was his again. Wienen's best performance may have came in the big sand whoops of Millville, Minnesota, where he was able to get around Hetrick to take the victory. But the ever-quick Hetrick bounced back, taking a big win at the home of horsepower, Unadilla Valley Sports Center in upstate New York. Then another impressive victory at America's Racetrack, Red Bud Track and Trail in Buchanan, Michigan. By then, the damage in points was done, and Chad Wienen cruised in the final round at the legendary Loretta Lynn's and captured championship number 4. Can he do it again this year?
Let's do it again. A huge hit last year, the first ever fly racing ATV Supercross on the infield of Daytona International Speedway. So good, we're going to bring it back again for 2016. All part of Daytona Rising, a $400 million renovation of the World Center of Racing. And really cool to have ATVs racing at the center of it. And of course, this is all part of the famous Daytona Bike Week. It's the only time and only place all year where you can watch professional supercross, road racing, and flat track, and some amateur events mixed in as well. And that means the crowd is mixed. You get to see a lot of people from a lot of other disciplines coming over to watch, in this case, the four-wheeled ATV motocross set show what they can do on a supercross track. And the superstars are here. There's Joel Hetrick's machine going through impound. Love what the Root River Racing folks have done with these retro Honda 450Rs. They look like the old 250Rs back out of the 1980s. Everyone gets to pit inside the Daytona paved pit area, just like the NASCAR folks do. Really cool atmosphere, and perhaps the best perspective on it all comes from the rider that won this race last year. Let's talk to the veteran, two-time series champ, John Natale.
All right, well, we're down here at Daytona. Of course, 2016, last year was a little bit rough for me. I was able to come down here and win Daytona, and a couple of races in, I had a bad crash. I was taken out for the year. This year, 2016, here again, like I said, here at Daytona, I'm ready to go, man. We've been training hard, working really hard. One of my main focuses was right here behind me. I mean, on the bike, making sure that the bike was ready to go. I think that I got confidence coming in here. I'm looking for a repeat win in 2016.
Well, Natale's going to be tough to fend off, but certainly a rider capable of doing it is Chad Wienen. He did not win in Daytona last year, but he podiumed at every single race and collected the series championship for a 4th time. Can he get it done again? Let's find out.
Here we are at Daytona, and we'll kind of backtrack a little bit on what I've been up to this off-season, and made the move down here to Florida, and bought a house, and we got the track all set up, so it's been great. It's kind of like I got my complete compound down here in Florida, and I got mine back home in Illinois, so it's snowbirding it for the winter. So I've been really loving it, and we're looking forward to this weekend. Everything's looking great. We made some big moves as a team. We got this big tractor trailer behind us, and man, we got to back it up on the track now and show that this is what it's all about. Coming here to Daytona, I mean, I expect myself to do well, and we're pumped on the opportunity this year, and we're gonna do everything we can to sit on the top step of the box. And if it's not there, then we just do what we do and ride to that podium.
Wienen and Natale, just two of a whole bunch of ATV superstars on hand. In fact, one of them has announced that this season will be his last. We'll catch up with the veteran Joe Bird when we return. It's ATV Motocross.
ATV Motocross brought to you in part by Pro X Racing Parts, RockyMountainATVMC.com. Get ready. Amsoil, the first in synthetics. And by CST Tires, where passion meets the ground.
Welcome back to Racer TV, our coverage of the season opener for ATV Motocross in Daytona, the last season for Joe Bird.
All right, guys, we're coming to 2016 season. It's Joe Bird's farewell tour. Got Honda backing me again this year. Real excited to have them here and have the rig for them here in Daytona. We're trying to work on a long-term program and try to keep them back into the ATVs again. Real excited. Got some real exciting things coming out for the 2017-18 season. We'll talk about that more later. But for right now, we're going to try to get this kicked off with some top 5 finishes and get this old man on top again.
Oh yeah, Joe Bird, former series champ, and you can never count him out. On the right day, on the right track, he still knows how to get it done. Now this is an ATV Supercross, so we're going to show you X-Pro X Heat 1. Normally in ATV motocross, we run the standard motocross format with 2 motos. Here it's heats, leading into a main event, and that crowns our champion. And Natali would pick right up where he left off a year ago, grabbing the whole shot on his Baldwin Racing Honda. But it was soon Joel Hedrick up to second on his Maxxis Elka liquid wrench Honda, and these two went at it, certainly giving the fans there on the infield something to cheer for. Hedrick kept trying moves on Natali, but the veteran is so hard to get around. Shout out to David Hogsma there in third, who is keeping them close as well. Little sideways kick for Natali, no problem. The veteran from Pennsylvania puts it right back where he wants. Finally, Hedrick had to get aggressive, and really aggressive. They came together here, and big crash for Natali. Remember, he did crash out of last season, but luckily this time he got up okay. Here are your CST Tires results. Hedrick taking the win over Hogsma. Natali would recover for 4th. So Hedrick, clearly fast as usual. Let's check in with him.
We're here at Daytona. I started off the off-season at Greg Pafford's house in Louisiana. I stayed there all winter. Moser came down about 2 weeks after me. Dominic Sopolik with the program, hooked us up again, and I stayed with the same guy, and 6 days a week, 1 day off, as hard as we could, getting ready for this race, and I think we're ready. I'd like to go out there and maybe get a podium, but I think I am a top runner, and I want to get that top spot, but, just looking to get out of here safe, really, and head for the next one.
Yeah, the Heat 1 win is good for Hedrick. There's Wayne and Thomas Brown. They'll be up in Heat 2. But the real key, remember, it's round 1. You got to be consistent. Stay with us.
ATV Motocross brought to you in part by Pro X Racing Parts, RockyMountainATVMC.com. Get ready. Amsoil, the first in synthetics. And by CST Tires, where passion meets the ground.
Time to go racing in heat race number 2 here at the Fly Racing Daytona ATV Supercross. Sean Taylor and the rest of the riders headed to the line, and we've got the Rocky Mountain ATV MC on board with Jeff Rastrelli, who's a Florida native. A career year for him last year and looking for more. But he's looking for track position right now, getting roosted in about 5th. And bad news for Rastrelli and everyone else. It's Chad Wienen, your 4-time and defending series champ, up front. Now, last year's starts really plagued Wienen at this race, so he's got to be happy to be up front in the heat. And his fellow Yamaha man, Thomas Brown, right behind him. Brown is always kind of that tail gunner. If the speed demons like Wienen and Hedrick make mistakes, he's always there to take advantage. Rastrelli, we're going to have the Rocky Mountain ATV MC on board with him again. That's not what you want to have happen in a heat race. Big crash. He would not be able to qualify through the heat. He'd have to go to the last chance qualifier to make it happen. So some serious pressure there. Shout out to Josh Upperman, Joe Bird, and Casey Martin, top 5. You see his CST results in that one. So we've talked to Wienen before. He got the heat race win. What about the Texan, Thomas Brown, who finished 2nd?
Here at Daytona, we just finished 2nd in our heat behind Chad. We were Heat 2. Joel and Davey Hagsman went 1-2 in there, so it looks like it's going to be a good race. A lot of fast guys here. Everybody in qualifying was running neck and neck. So, I'm looking forward to the main. We've been working really hard this off season, just trying to get ready. I did a lot of stuff by myself. I didn't worry about other people, mainly focused on me and what I felt my body needed to be in the best shape and go around the track the fastest. Hope it's going to pay off. We'll find out here in an hour or 2, I guess, and talk to you on the podium, hopefully.
Well, we'll see if Thomas Brown makes it, but first we have to see who even makes the main event at all. The last chance qualifier. Get nervous time for these riders. Remember, Jeff Rastrelli has some pressure on after the heat race crash. He erases that pressure by grabbing the whole shot. By the way, look at the track, see the shiny spots. It has been freshly groomed and watered, so you have to be very, very careful in these conditions. Now, last year Rastrelli was on a Can-Am. This year switching to Honda. He's had nothing but great things to say about that ride. Shout out to Brett Music and Ronnie Higgerson, who are also in position here behind Rastrelli, who really stretched it out. Now, Rastrelli, born and raised in Florida, certainly comfortable in these sandier type soil conditions than we have in a lot of the races this year. We'll see if that pays off for him. There's your LCQ top 5. Checkered flags out. Those results brought to you by CST Tires. They'll go to work on Rastrelli's machine. They avoided the drama. They made the main event. Now he wants to be consistent.
Jeffrey Rastrelli here at Daytona International Speedway. I'm really looking forward to this race, and I think I got a good chance at the win, and definitely a good chance at the podium. And just trying to get out of here safe, of course, but the ultimate goal is to win and come out of here with the points lead and just carry that momentum out through the year, you know.
So Rastrelli and the rest of the field set for our main event. It's going to pay points to the championship. It's coming up from Daytona after this.
ATV Motocross brought to you in part by Pro X Racing Parts, RockyMountainATVMC.com. Get ready. Amsoil, the first in synthetics. And by CST Tires, where passion meets the ground.
All right, time to get it on. The main event here at the Fly Racing ATV Supercross. This is an AMA National Championship, the ATV Motocross National Championship, presented by CST Tires. Joel Hetrick headed down to the starting gate, needs to start the year off solid. Final racing season for the number 7 of Joe Bird. There's the lucky number 13, John Natale. He won this race a year ago, and your 4-time and defending series champ Chad Waynen has the biggest target on his back. Once again, Jeff Rastrelli going to run our Rocky Mountain ATV MC helmet cam. Starting on the outside, though, after having to run the last chance qualifier to make the main event. Let's go racing in Daytona. And rocketing out of the start, the Baldwin Racing Machine, the 13 of Natale. And the outside line off the line did not help Rastrelli. He is absolutely buried. One of the Yamahas up to second. That's Chad Waynen. And that's bad news for everyone else. Bad starts at this race a year ago held Waynen back. He's got good ones today. Joel Hetrick up to third. So we've got 3 big hitters. 1, 2, 3 on the first lap with the 13, the 188. It's going to be fun to watch. And the track here already pretty beaten up. Now we're showing you the pro races here on the show today, but we had a full assortment of amateurs nearly the entire typical race weekend here. We did not run some of the mini ATV classes, but otherwise, a lot of amateurs out there, and every time we drop the gate and run a moto on this track, the bumps get bigger, the ruts get deeper. And how about Natale responding to that early challenge from Waynen and even extending it just a bit, although he's way on the outside into this corner. Makes it work. Able to get over that double on the exit, and Waynen was not able to. And yet the always dangerous Hetrick back in third. And they pulled away just a bit now from everyone else. Oh, an outside line for Waynen. Leads to the inside of the next corner. A little bump and grind, and he's got the lead. That did not take long at all. And that is scary to think. I mean, he was 3 or 4 quad lengths back, and I thought he was just waiting, and he struck like a cobra and now has the lead. And if he's able to make up that ground like that, you got to wonder, can he pull away that quickly? The big man from Galena, Illinois. Very tight track, a lot different than a typical motocross layout, but Waynen really excels on the rough, fast tracks, showing he can get through the technical terrain here as well. Battle starting to heat up behind him. Hetrick knows what he needs to do. Try to get Natale and keep the champ in sight. Huge double for these riders to come into that section. Hetrick down to the inside. Down to the inside again. And how about this, Rastrelli, who had that bad start we saw in the helmet cam, is up to 4th and actually catching these two. And now he's trying to make a pass, switching from outside to inside. Fantastic battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Heck, make it 5th because Thomas Brown is in the mix as well. Oh, Natale's dealing with a lot of heat right now. We got the outboard of Rastrelli who gets stuck and hung up on a hay bale. Oh, and his race is blown right now as he's trying to plow through that stuff. Hetrick continuing to attack Natale. Oh, and he's down! Huge crash for the 88. And he is shaken up. All sorts of action behind Chad Waynen. And John Natale holding strong in 2nd. Stay with us.
ATV Motocross brought to you in part by Pro X Racing Parts, RockyMountainATVMC.com. Get ready. Amsoil, the first in synthetics. And by CST Tires, where passion meets the ground.
Tough break for Joel Hetrick. We'll show it to you. He's on the left side in the yellow and blue gear. Just tagged the rear tires of John Natale, landing that jump and then spit him off the track in a hurry. Believe he's shaken but not stirred. Not injured badly, but will be observed. Look at this battle back here. Thomas Brown trying to get Rastrelli. Rastrelli in the orange gear, Brown with the yellow helmet, and they're both trying to get around the blue gear. It's the 13 of Natale, a 3-rider dogfight for second. It's the Fly Racing ATV Supercross at Daytona. I'm Jason Wygant, your host. Rastrelli just not taking no for an answer. What a line! Where did he make that happen? And it puts him into second. Just riding the bucking Bronco out here. I cannot believe how hard this guy is going. A few laps ago was off the track, plowing through hay bales, somehow able to maintain his speed, but Natale comes right back. A big bump by the veteran puts him back in his second. Rastrelli having to reset himself. And Thomas Brown back there behind them. Wish we had the helmet cam on him. He has had a front row seat to some amazing racing. And Rastrelli going to come right back on Natale. With how rough this track is and how aggressive he's riding, where is he getting the energy? Not tired at all. Going bigger than ever. And this time he controls the inside. Natale tries to come back. Ooh, they almost touch wheels again. But this time Rastrelli has it. Thomas Brown putting the attack on Natale as well. Brown got a good drive out of that S-turn by using the outside. Puts him on the inside here. Oh, Natale not going to be happy about this. He's going to go from second to... No, he comes back. Right back to third place. Whew, this is amazing racing behind Wienen. Rastrelli on the JB Racing, Root River Racing, Goldspeed Tires machine second. Baldwin Motorsports bringing you Natale there in third. Also backed by Maxxis and Fly Racing. And then the 84, Thomas Brown, that Yamaha. And he's not going to give up. He's shown the wheels to Natale a few times. Brown around the outside. Well, they're all using the outside now as that berm is built up. Wow, you see somebody's engine just went up literally in smoke behind them. Oh, now lap traffic. Slowing up Rastrelli, who's just ahead of these two. Brown trying to use an inside line. Cannot get John Natale. Brown gonna try it again. Ooh, and they almost come together. In fact, they did, and it slowed Natale enough for Brown to get by. He was high centered in those ruts, but he had the position that he needed to take over third. That's big. And a little bit of a smoke screen thrown by the lap rider for Wienen. No problem, he gets around him. Brown back by also Root River and JB Racing. And might make a run here at Rastrelli. As the race is winding down, will we still see a fight for second? And I was saying with Rastrelli, he put forth a lot of energy making passes earlier in this one. Does he have enough left in the tank to hold off a hard-charging Thomas Brown? White flag is out. That's somewhat of a sign of relief, but he's still got to hang in there for one more lap, and Brown keeps closing. Oh, Brown's right down to the rear tires now of Rastrelli. Meanwhile, Chad Wienen on Easy Street today. Probably celebrate on Main Street in Daytona here in just a few moments. He's going to start a potential 5th straight championship run in grand style. A dominant win here at Daytona. Battle for second still raging. Wienen into the S-turn. He's going to have just a left-hander now separating him from his first ever victory at the Fly Racing ATV Supercross at Daytona. And if this is a sign of the way things are going to be in 2016, it's going to be tough on everyone else. You're watching the best of the best right now. Chad Wienen takes Daytona. That's got to feel great. Rastrelli holds on to second, Natale fourth. Hogsma coming from the off-road side, top 5. Listen to Jeff Rastrelli here. He is pumped on that second place finish. Let's talk to these boys.
John got the whole shot, came out second, and man, we just put it all together today, and we made a pass on a couple laps in and ripped around the outside, and I think I really surprised him just with the line that I took, and man, I just made it happen, and just kind of hit, I hit all my lines just perfect, and I really felt like I rode phenomenal today, and this is kind of redemption for last year, and it didn't go the way that I planned last year, but this year we came out on fire, so we're really excited about the season and what lies ahead.
Actually got a pretty good start. I mean, considering how far I was out, I think I was 7th or 8th, and worked my way up and battled with John and Thomas, and I caught them and actually made a mistake again and went over a berm and had to regroup and came back and caught him again and made some good passes. I really found good lines out there, and I really worked hard this off season. I think it showed, and I think we're here to stay and here to win this championship.
We're here at Daytona, victory lane, man. It's not quite a victory for me, but a victory in a lot of ways. A lot of changes this year. We ended up third. I came out with good points. I'm 5 points out of the championship, and I mean, we're only round one, but every point counts. It's gonna be a long series, and the team works hard, and we do what we can, and I'm ready to get to some clay. The sand was great, but we got a lot of clay in Texas. I'm ready to see what we can do on that.
Let's show you how Brown and the rest of them ended up on the podium. It starts with a great start and a hole shot for John Natale. Quickly under pressure from Chad Wienen, and then as Wienen said, a surprise move around the outside to take over the lead. Off-track excursion for Jeff Rastrelli. This left Natale and Joel Hetrick in a big battle for second. And then watch Hetrick in the yellow or green gear here on the outside. Tangles wheels with Natale on the landing to that jump. He goes down in a hurry. A knee injury for Hetrick, which won't be here. It's okay otherwise. Battle is on. Rastrelli and Thomas Brown going after Natale for second. A fantastic three-rider duel for that position. Look at Rastrelli going from outside to inside to take the spot away. And Natale comes right back. But Jeff Rastrelli just would not be denied. He eventually takes over second, and this time for good. Brown and Natale battling it out for the final podium position. Brown gets it. No one had an answer for Chad Wienen, who was gone up front. We'll see if anything changes when we switch from Supercross to Motocross the next time we cover this series. For everyone at Racer TV, I'm Jason Wygant. Thanks for watching, and congrats to Chad Wienen.